Welcome back to AM Northwest. It's a classic cookie with a twist. Here to share his recipe for vegan chocolate chip cookies, we welcome back co-author of nearly 40 cookbooks and co-host of the podcast Cooking with Bruce and Mark, Bruce Weinstein. Bruce, good to see you.
Hey, Helen, it's great to see you. And these are a classic cookie, and even if you say the word vegan, I always tell people when I make these, I actually don't tell them they're vegan. I just say these are maple syrup tahini chocolate chip cookies. And for me, vegan cookies get a bad rap. They're always soft and gross. And Mark said to me one day, I challenge you to make a good, crispy vegan cookie. So I want to start with one of these finished cookies.
Okay.
I mean, this is...
Oh, yeah.
That is a crunchy cookie.
Yeah.
Crunchy, crumbles. That is what a good cookie should do. So the trick is using tahini in the batter. And it's kind of like baking with peanut butter a little bit, but peanut butter has a tendency to dry out.
Oh,
baked.
Yeah.
And the tahini doesn't as much, but to make up for that, half of our sugar is coming in the form of maple syrup. So in the bowl, I have shortening, just regular Crisco. I was telling your producer before that sometimes I like to make this with coconut oil. Coconut oil is a vegetable shortening that's actually solid at room temperature, and it gives it a nice coconutty taste. But if you want to go more classic, it's shortening, and this is tahini. And tahini is just ground up sesame seeds. That's all it is. It's the basis of, it has to go in hummus. You can't make hummus without tahini. And I keep it in the house all the time. If you only have peanut butter, you could use it, but I'm not guaranteeing the results.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Into that, we got some sugar, and I'm just gonna let that just go for a second before I add the other ingredients. Now, chocolate chip cookies are just a thing that everybody has something about them that they like more than other things. And
Sure.
For me, as I said, it's crunch, but then it's also depth of flavor. And that's coming here from all that maple syrup. And
Wow.
Don't use pancake syrup. Don't use that maple flavored corn syrup. So get some real maple syrup and get yourself some real vanilla.
Yeah.
I know it's expensive, but you could get it on sale. You can get it. I buy these big bottles at Costco. They're not that much. And I never measure vanilla. But as far as I'm concerned, vanilla is about pouring. And that's all. It's like...
Now, I thought in baking you had to be precise. But you don't have to be precise with the cookies?
You have to be precise. If I'm off by a teaspoon or so, it's not going to make a huge difference.
Okay.
Baking is more precise than cooking, but it's not as precise as people want to make you think. It is really... If I was off by a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons, all right, so maybe the dough will be a little bit wetter or a little drier. And so the cookie texture wouldn't be that perfect texture I'm always looking for, but it's still going to work. You're still going to have cookies. Okay. The other thing that to me, a good chocolate chip cookie has to have oats.
Oh, okay.
But oats give it a texture. Oats give it a flavor. And oats just add something to this that I just can't even tell you. Oh, and I love when it flies everywhere. That's always the most fun.
So is it a chocolate chip cookie? Is it a chocolate chip oatmeal cookie then?
No, there's not enough. If this was an oatmeal cookie, there would have been 3 cups of oats. And
Okay. Okay.
I'm still saying this is just a chocolate chip cookie. Now, I don't think I've ever made my chocolate chip potato chip cookies for you. And I have to call those potato chip cookies because in the batter, besides the chocolate chips, I dump an entire bag of potato chips. And we could do that some other day because those are really fun.
Wow.
Into the batter that we have here is going my flour mixture with some soda, baking soda, and some salt. The soda helps cookies spread. So if you don't put the soda, they clump up more. But baking soda helps cookies spread out, which is really good.
Okay.
And start your mixer on low when you've got flour in there, or you're going to make a big hurricane of, there we go. And now for the main event. Chocolate chip cookies, in my opinion, need just enough dough to hold the chocolate chips together.
Yeah.
So here's 3 cups of chocolate chips here.
Wow. Okay.
Almost as many chips as there is dough if I were to weigh that out. So in goes 3, all of them, 3 cups of chocolate chips, and get the escapees, and back down and back on. And that's all it takes to make this dough. That is literally the dough. I made it in real time. I'm going to get the dirty tray away. Now, the secret to baking the perfect cookies is all about evenness, making sure every cookie that you scoop out into your tray is the same size. Now, most recipes say you take a spoon, you heap it up, you drop it out. Yeah, that's great. I can guarantee you my next one's not going to be the same. So I use a cookie scoop.
Right.
2 tablespoon scoop, get it, and voila.
Perfect. Perfect. What temperature and for how long?
And these are going to go at 350. They're going to take about 14 minutes. If you want them really crunchy and a little darker, go 16 minutes. If you like softer cookies, and I don't know why you would, you could go 2 minutes less, and they come out.
I like soft cookies.
Perfect.
Look at that. Love it.
Delicious cookies. And they are my favorite. And sadly, I could eat the entire tray. But the nice thing is, Mark's on his way back from visiting his mom, and when he gets home in about 3 hours, there will be 4 dozen of these cookies ready for him.
Oh, perfect. We're going to put the recipe on our website. Thank you so much. Again, Cooking, the podcast is called Cooking with Bruce and Mark. Thank you. Thank you so much, Bruce. Great to see you.
You.
All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away.